Hello and welcome back to Vault Holocron, where today I'm going to talk about some reasons why Ventress may be in the new Bad Batch series. First, I'm going to give some background on Ventress. I'll add chapters in case you want to skip the recap. The recap is split in two, the second half being the events of the book Dark Disciple. Ventress was a Zabrak Night Sister born on Dathomir. As a child, she was handed over to Halstead by the Night Sisters, who were forced to do so. She was enslaved and taken to Ratatak. Halstead was killed by pirates. Jedi Knight Kai Narok found her and taught her the ways of the Jedi. She and Narek worked to fight against pirates and warlords on Ratatak. When Narek was killed, she fell to the dark side, killing and replacing the warlords. She was captured while trying to assassinate the warlord Osaka Kursk, and was made to fight as a gladiator in his arena. Dooku found her and took her under his wing as a dark acolyte. Ventress gained in strength, and eventually Darth Sidious ordered Dooku to kill Ventress for this reason. Dooku ordered Ventress's forces to leave her for dead in the Battle of Salast. Ventress escaped to Dathomir, where Mother Talzin and her coven welcomed Ventress, and proposed a plan to kill Dooku. They gave Savage Opress as an apprentice to Dooku, with Opress being set up as an assassin. Ventress's assassination attempt failed, and Opress betrayed Ventress and Dooku. After this, Ventress went back to Dathomir. However, Dooku sent Grievous to attack Dathomir. The Night Sisters lost, with only a few remaining, Ventress being one. Ventress then went looking for a new purpose, eventually choosing bounty hunting. Now on to Dark Disciple. Towards the end of the Clone Wars, Jedi Master Quinlan Vos was tasked with assassinating Dooku. To do this, he was tasked with gaining help from Ventress. Quinlan Vos disguised himself as a fellow bounty hunter, and with some persuasion, managed to join Ventress as a bounty hunter. After some time being bounty hunters together, Vos and Ventress fell in love. Vos revealed his identity to Ventress, and told Ventress about his mission. Ventress took Vos to Dathomir and trained him in the way of the Night Sisters, so that he could use the dark side against Dooku. They made a plan on how they would assassinate Dooku. However, this plan failed, with Vos being taken by Dooku. She knew that Dooku would take Vos to his palace on Sereno, and so hired the Krait's Claw, Boba Fett's bounty hunting group, to break Vos out. However, when she got to Vos had fallen to the dark side, and had found out it was Ventress who had killed his master. She eventually escaped Sereno, having failed her mission. Ventress went to the Jedi and informed them about what had happened to Vos. She developed depression, alcoholism, and insomnia. She saw that Vos was now known galaxy-wide as Dooku's right-hand man, Admiral Enigma. She thought that Vos would send agents to kill her. Akar Deshu, a close friend of Vos, sought her out, and managed to convince her to go to the Jedi Temple, and help the Jedi find and help Vos. She was sent on a mission with Anakin and Obi-Wan to save Vos. They broke into the Separatist Providence-class dreadnought Vos was allegedly on as Admiral Enigma. They travelled to the bridge, where they expected to find Vos, but instead found Dooku. Kenobi and Ventress then left Anakin and Dooku to fight, while they found Vos. Once they arrived at Vos's location, they found him starved and tortured. Kenobi set Vos free. Ventress sensed the dark side in Vos and deemed him to be irredeemably lost to the dark side. Vos explained that he'd only attacked her on Sereno to convince Dooku that he'd turned to the dark side. Kenobi sensed no darkness in Vos. Ventress was still convinced, and so attacked Vos. Kenobi jumped in to protect Vos, and a duel started. This duel was broken up when battle droid defenders attacked. Then, Anakin, Kenobi, Ventress and Vos, all with some struggle, escaped. Vos was brought back to the Jedi Temple, and Ventress was given a full pardon. Still not trusting Vos, Ventress left in a hurry, telling Akar Deshu that Vos had changed. Vos once again tried to apologize to Ventress, but she did not accept his apology. A while after this, Ventress went to the bar on Puntora, where she had first met Vos to get closure. However, Vos had also gone to that bar in hopes of finding her. Voss once again apologized, and Ventress no longer sensed the darkness in Voss. However, Ventress told Voss that it didn't matter, due to him being in the Jedi Order, and so not being able to have attachments. To which Voss told her that he would leave the Jedi Order after he'd helped them defeat Dooku. Ventress and Voss consistently met on Coruscant, where one day Voss informed Ventress that he'd been tasked with completing the assassination of Dooku. Ventress begged Voss to abandon the Jedi and run off with her. The Jedi had actually tasked Voss with this mission because they believed he may be leaking information to Dooku, and so had actually fallen to the dark side. This mission would test his allegiance. Ventress insisted on helping Voss kill Dooku. On the mission, Voss fought and beat Dooku, but instead of completing his mission, demanded an audience with Sidious from Dooku. He was being followed by the Jedi, and so Dooku and Voss were arrested. Voss broke out of his capture, killing Akar Deshu, freeing Dooku, and made his way to Ventress in the hangar. Ventress hated that Dooku was still alive, but Voss told her to trust him. Dooku began to lead them to the Separatist stronghold. Voss had planned that Dooku would lead him to Darth Sidious, allowing him to kill both Dooku and Sidious. The Republic military attacked their ship, wounding Ventress. Dooku saw this as an opportunity to kill both Voss and Ventress, and so hurled Force Lightning at Voss. Ventress jumped in front of the lightning, taking the blast for Voss. This caused Voss to attack Dooku. Voss was just about to strike the killing blow, but finding clarity, decided to spare Dooku's life. Ventress then died in Voss's arms, having turned to the light and telling Voss that he too could redeem himself. Ventress was laid to rest on Dathomir in a traditional Night Sister way. So, why could Ventress be in the Bad Batch Series 3? One thing I would like to point out is the blue blaster bolts around Ventress in the shot we see. This may suggest that she is fighting clones in that scene, but overall I don't think it's really all that strong evidence for or against any theory. Theory number 1. Quinlan Vos will appear in the series. So, we know from the Kenobi show that Vos has some part in helping Force sensitives escape the Empire. This sort of direct Imperial action gives a way the Bad Batch could come into contact with Vos. Perhaps the Bad Batch run into Vos and get his help in freeing Omega, or they help him with a task he has. This could then link to Ventress because Vos could have a flashback to some of his time with Ventress. A story could also be present in which Vos has to come to terms with his dark past on a mission with the Bad Batch. Theory number 2. Lassa Raim and her crew of pirates, the Bloodbone Order, will appear. Lassa Raim was a Pantoran pirate which Ventress did work with more than once as a bounty hunter. Although this is a weaker connection, maybe the Bad Batch do a job with Raim in return for help with getting Omega. Ventress could then appear in a recap to a previous job, which links to the job the Bad Batch are doing. Theory number 3. It's a flashback for a character we've yet to find out has a great connection to Ventress. Honestly, I think Quinlan Vos is by far the most reasonable answer, but I have some extra theories which are a bit more out there, coming now. Theory number 4. Someone is impersonating Ventress, Rako Hardeen style, to bait the Empire or someone else into attacking them. The Bad Batch get caught up in this. I'm not sure where they would get the lightsaber from though. Theory number 5. Ventress pretended to die saving Quinlan Vos, so that Vos would turn back to the light side. She knew him well, and maybe knew that this was the motivation he needed to rise above the dark side. Ventress has been alive this entire time, and the Jedi went along with it after working out she was faking her death. This way, Ventress is just doing her own thing, and the Bad Batch find her. Theory number 6. Ventress was an identical twin, and the Ventress we see in the Bad Batch isn't actually the Ventress we know, but her sister. Theory number 7. Same idea really, Ventress was cloned and this is a clone version of Ventress. Theory number 8. Ventress came back from the dead. Night Sister magic and whatever, I don't know. Theory number 9. The Bad Batch will jump into the world between worlds and they will travel back in time where they will meet Ventress. That's all, thank you for watching, and bye.